Right, welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, the Businesswomen's Association of South Africa has announced the names of the 17 finalists for its prestigious Businesswoman of the Year Awards. Well, according to the organisers, the annual awards celebrate and recognise the astute leadership and contribution of South African women who are excelling in various sectors of the economy. Joining us now to tell us more is BWASA National President Farzanah and Nosipho Swisa Damase, who is the CEO of the Richards Bay Coal Terminal. She was a winner of the corporate award last year, 2015, and the ladies are both here to tell us more about the awards. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, and thank
Let's
you for
start
having
with you. What are these awards? What do they celebrate? And, what inspired them in the first place?
The Businesswomen's Association National Awards has been in existence for over 37 years.
Oh, wow.
The awards recognize, celebrate, and acknowledge outstanding leaders and trailblazers in their respective fields. Traditionally, we recognize women in three areas, being your corporate, government, and entrepreneur. This year, we've recognized women in three additional areas, being science and technology, education, and social entrepreneurship, particularly considering the South African context and the importance of these three categories to poverty alleviation and job creation.
Tell us about what doors winning the corporate award opened for you, and what does it mean? What did it mean personally for you and the hard work that you put in?
I think firstly, when you put on the hard work, you're not thinking about being awarded.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first thing for me, is the fact that when you get the award, it sort of humbles you because you're thinking people have been watching. And then the second one being the fact that it's not an award for you as a person. It's an award for women in South Africa because we're all winners in the category, but they have to choose like one in each category.
Yeah.
So you become the person that they actually award. And when you win the award, you feel guilty because immediately you know that you have got to make sure that other women climb.
Yeah.
And the youth climbs and women climb, and they realize that hard work can actually be looked after and people can actually get recognition for it. So it's not about you personally. It's about the broader context of women and business women in particular, and working in the male-dominated fields that we do, it makes you feel like it's worth it.
Farzanah, let's talk about yesterday. There was 17 finalists that were announced. What happened yesterday?
So the process is that we receive nominations from the public and business. They go through a shortlisting process where they've got to meet minimum criteria in order to qualify. We have over 20 judges that sit in respective fields that assess the submissions together with the auditors. There's an intense interview process. Normally we find from a South African perspective that women feel they need to do more, be more, and achieve more before they're recognized. Post this, we have the announcement which occurred yesterday. And for us, the exciting thing is to see the talent and the contribution that women are making in South Africa. And sometimes this goes under-recognized in certain fields that are quite competitive, demanding, and difficult to actually achieve success in. There's great friendships that get formed through the process. It's also about integrated leadership, giving women across different categories the opportunity to interact with women in different fields. And many of them say that they don't have the time sometimes to step back, reflect, and acknowledge what they've done on their journey.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I read the press release, and one of the finalists is a mother of three, and and she's, I think, a CEO, and her oldest is graduating at UCT, and these are women that have, apart from running businesses, are mothers as well and have families to run.
No, it's incredible. I think normally post the judging process, we sit back in awe and say, wow, we didn't know such talent existed in this country. On top of that, what happens through the process is they get access to international and national networks. Through the profiling, they get additional business credibility, additional access to financing and opportunity, and it elevates them from a business and personal perspective. Also, it's a sisterhood, because the challenges that you face in leadership is generic across the different sectors. and you have other people there that are in similar positions that can support you, advise you, and mentor you. And in addition, what the awards do is it helps us raise funding for multiple developmental programs that we run across the country and for postgraduate bursaries.
Yeah.
So like Nosipho says, it's about paving the way forward. So as you grow and excel in leadership, you're creating opportunities for others to grow and excel.
All right, Nosipho, before I let you go, what does your typical day look like? What is it? You know, we come into work, we click at our access cards, and we come into work and we produce the show. But what does a CEO do?
It's mad.
Yeah.
Because it changes as you go. And you just have to have the flexibility and the understanding. And I always say to people that as a woman in South Africa who has actually managed to get into a CEO role, I always appreciate our legislation and the programs that have been put together by our government and our democracy to make sure that women actually make it to these positions. But we still have the challenge of working 3 times as hard to actually match our male counterparts. Right. So I've gotten to the position where, just my typical day, I've gotten to the position of knowing that I must not feel guilty to go and do my nails.
Yeah.
Because a typical day, a male CEO goes and play golf.
Yeah.
And it's part of marketing. So yeah, it's a mad day. It starts at 5 every morning. And it continues until 12, until 1. I still study. Over and above that, I'm still a mother of 2. And so it's a lot. But if you enjoy it and you're passionate about it, it actually works. I always say the message for me to the youth and to other women is that it's possible, you know. It's how much you put into it that comes out.
All right. Ladies, thank you so much for talking to us. Farzanah Mall is the BWASA National President. And then Nosipho Swisa at Damase is the CEO of Richards Bay Coal Terminal. She was she won the corporate award for 2015 last year. So the awards will happen again in 2016. New categories: science, education, and social entrepreneurship. All right.